Hey YouTube, this is Dan making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, that's silcrete. I had 3 pieces of it, and that's the original piece I got. That's one of the big lumps. I'm going to use that as a display piece for the moment. Probably sit like that and display it inside somewhere. I spoiled the rest of it. This stuff breaks up really easy, really nice. Wickedly sharp edges all the way around. They're like razor blades. I cut my hand a couple of times. Some of it is a little bit delicate. Some of these edges are quite rounded off. Like that there is blunt, and that was just the way it was. This is sharp. Some of it's a bit delicate, but it does spark, but it is a bit delicate, some of it. Now that's sharp edge. Sparks really well. This one, hideously sharp. You could use that as a knife. I think that's going to be very fragile. Yeah, it's just chipping out because it's so fragile. That's a more robust area there, sharp edges all the way around. Now it's spoiled very well, very little debris. As you can see, nice pieces. You just have to find the edges. What parts you need. Some of it's a little bit softer than others. Some of it's a little bit harder than others. There's sharp edges on all of it. As you can see, they broke up into nice pieces. I had plenty of pieces there, and then I've got there. There was a little bit of debris, but I kept the bigger pieces, threw a lot of the finer stuff away. It was useless. Again, nice bigger pieces in there, and then 3 big pieces there, plus that piece. So I got 4 big pieces there, plus a bowl of other pieces there. So yeah, turned out all right. It's a nice stone. So if you're in Australia and you see silcrete for sale, it is a viable stone. Go in with your eyes open. Yeah, if you can get it for a good price, don't expect it to be the same as flint. It in the big chunks, I found some of the edges weren't as good. Like some of the edges were really soft and they didn't work really well. But some of the edges sparked really well too. For the $12, I think a kilo, I got $48 for 4 kilos. Yeah, it's well worth. That's what I paid for flint. So yeah, if you can get it and you're interested in Australian stone, it seems to work all right, and it seems to spoil all right. I just hit it with my bopper, just kept hitting it until it broke, and then went from there. I don't know how well it'd nap. I think you'd have to be fairly advanced in your napping skills to get it to nap properly. It's spoiled reasonably well, but I'm no napper, so it's really hard for me to to postulate on how it would nap. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm very happy with what I got out of it, you know, like as far as the spalls I got. I've got another piece here that I'm not even going to worry about breaking up. I've got enough stone to keep me going, and I've got enough stone here to for the silcrete to, you know, tickle my fancy for a long time to go. So yeah, so just going to my working rocks, display piece, working rocks, and we'll go from there. I might, yeah, I was going to display it out here, but I might display it inside. Yeah, it'll just get dirty and weathered out here. The petrified wood, I don't mind staying out here. It looks really good weathered anyway. This might, yeah, not look so good once it's weathered. So yeah. Anyway, I wanted to show you that. Talk a little bit about it. If you're in Australia, it is a very viable sparking stone for us. Yeah, I wouldn't spend more than about $12 to $15 a kilo on it, because that's what you can pay for flint. So, but flint's getting very hard to get here in Australia as far as it goes. I don't know where to get flint, basically. All my sources have dried up. So what flint I have basically is what I'm going to have now. So I'm not going to be able to get much more. The bloke from England is not doing it anymore. Obviously the price of it's too expensive. I do have the block that my sister and whatnot own. Got plenty of jasper and quartz on it. I can go there whenever I want and get it, which is a little bit of bird shit on it, but yeah, that sort of stuff on it. But and this stuff sparks all right. But yeah, you got to just keep your eye out for sources around, and that's why I jumped on this, because yeah, I can't get flint anymore, and petrified wood is hit and miss, and people want too much money for it because they think it's a display stone, and I'm not buying it. Just like, it's a travesty to buy this sort of stuff and then try and spark on it, and then to buy the other stuff, just normal, like this stuff. That's a nice piece of chinchilla, but it'd be a travesty still to break that up and spark on it. It'll spark. It's as hard as anything too. But yeah, petrified wood's a little bit of a thing. You know, if you got debris, I wouldn't mind sparking on that as far as it goes. But yeah, like little chips and that. You can buy chips of petrified wood. I wouldn't mind sparking on that stuff, but because it's not displayable really as far as I'm concerned. But bigger pieces like this, it's just a travesty to spark on it as far as I'm concerned. But some people would. They've got heaps of money, they don't care about it. So yeah. But yeah, as far as this, if you see silcrete around, yeah, go with your eyes open. It's a good sparking stone, but yeah, as I said, $12 to $15. I wouldn't go over that. I don't think it's worth more than that, personally. But I was, yeah, a bit surprised. Some of the edges were a bit soft, and it is a bit more fragile. It's just the way it's formed. It's a bit grainier and that, but it did spool up very nicely. Like, you can see the pieces it broke up into. Nice size piece. This is this is the size I like. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, this is the sizes I like. Nice hand-sized pieces. Once you burn an edge out, you can break it in half, get a new edge. So, yeah, fantastic. So, yeah, and this piece we will break up eventually if I ever want to break it up, and it'll do exactly the same. I was just worried because I saw little sections in it, and that usually was indicative of the fact that it wouldn't break up properly. But, yeah, once I started banging on it, yeah, it almost broke up like flint, but was a little bit different, but not too much different. So yeah, it just sort of spalled in layers, like it would a piece would break up, like I'd bang it, and then a piece would be like that, and then it'd just fall away like that. And pieces would just fall off. The lump would just fall off. So and it just got smaller and smaller. And that, so yeah, and I've got all these pieces as well. So I've got a fair bit of debris in there, and I've got probably a handful of small chips that I just threw away that were not worth keeping. I did keep a few little bits in there, and I've got a couple of nice and bigger pieces in there as well. So yeah, but these wouldn't go in the bottle. So yeah, I'm going to keep them out there. And yeah, as I said, I'll display that. But yeah, anyway, that's the silcrete I spooled up. That was the original 2 pieces I got, and that was the big piece I had. That's about 4.8 kilos of silcrete, and it was $48 for the 2 pieces, and then $15. So yeah, the $50, 55, nearly $60 worth of silcrete for 5 kilos. Yeah, so not too bad. Not too bad a price. Yeah, it's all right. It's not too bad a price as far as I'm concerned for quality rock, you know. And it is. I'd say like Flint's A grade. And this would be B plus probably. Yeah, yeah. It wouldn't be into the A grade stuff yet. Yeah, it'd be B plus. It definitely not too bad, but yeah, just as I said, some of it had some softer edges on it there, you know, like, and that was just as it was going. So yeah, it did have some soft edges on it. Anyway, thanks for watching.